Breaking Gulf News. Ramallah, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's plan to bring Chinese construction workers to Israel initially aims at recruiting those workers at the occupied East Jerusalem colonies, alleged a senior Palestinian official. The Israeli regime does not accommodate Palestinian construction workers in Jerusalem colonies at all, and therefore accelerating home building there stands in need to bring in foreign workers, said Shaher Sa'ad, the Undersecretary of the Palestinian General Federation of Trade Unions, Workers, and Laborers. Israel's government plans to bring 20,000 Chinese construction workers under the pretext of accelerating home building. Israel's General Organization of Workers /Histadrut/ has appealed and demanded that the government meets the labor shortage by recruiting Palestinian laborers, he said. The calls of the Histadrut, which is also Israel's organization of trade unions, have fallen upon deaf ears, with the government insisting to go on with recruiting Chinese workers, Sa'ad told Gulf News. Politics in this part of the world is extremely complicated, and Netanyahu aims for collective punishment on the Palestinian public, he said. Sa'ad said bringing Chinese construction workers to Israel tops the Palestinian agenda for the time being. We are finalizing an important letter to be directly sent to the Chinese Union Workers Syndicate to warn them about recruiting the Chinese workers in Jerusalem and West Bank colonies, he said. The Palestinian General Federation of Trade Unions, Workers, and Laborers has also been coordinating with the Democratic Front for Peace and Equality in the 1948 areas to press the Israeli government to take Palestinian laborers instead of Chinese to relieve the fatal economic pressure on the Palestinian public. The number of Palestinian workers employed in Israeli colonies has dropped. Job opportunities in the colonies, on the other hand, have increased. A total of 32,000 Palestinian workers are currently employed in Israeli colonies, said Sa'ad, adding that the number of Palestinian workers in Israeli colonies has dropped due to the increasing commissions deducted by Palestinian and Israeli brokers, thereby bringing the daily income of the Palestinian worker to less than a third of the usual income. Recruiting Chinese workers who needs a single visa is far easier than recruiting Palestinian workers who go through extremely difficult security and legal procedures to secure work permits, he said. Sa'ad said Israel will use the Chinese workers for constructing strategic and security facilities where the Palestinian workers are not trusted by the Israeli regime. Although the Israeli employers usually and by experiment prefer Palestinian workers, the Israeli government insists on bringing foreign workers to put more pressure on the Palestinians, he said. Scores of Palestinian workers in Israel might be sacked after the arrival of those Chinese workers as extra pressure.